Yo, Hunan Cafe Humana Quaba, by Unity. Jimiza ya tabara ya shisha na yesisi na ya tunzim nukwa chimidi. Nukwa chimidi. You're welcome to a show dubbed The Bitter Truth. The Bitter Truth. If today is the first time that you are watching The Bitter Truth on Ghanaba News Facebook or Ghanaba News YouTube channel, we're humbly pleading with you, with all humility, to kindly subscribe to the Ghanaba News YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell, and most importantly, let us hear from you. Let us get interactive. Send us your views and opinions. Drop them in the comment section. Like the Ghanaba News Facebook channel. Feel free to share our contents to reach out to others, and most importantly, do not hold back your views and comment. Let's hear from you. Drop your views and opinions in the comment section. It is very, very important for us because you are the reason we bring the Bitter Truth Show to you. Today's program, we have titled it, and the title for it is just a simple question to Reverend Ntim Fordjour. Remember, Reverend Ntim Fordjour is the ranking member for Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament. Reverend Ntim Fordjour is the ranking member for Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament. In the past few weeks, the Attorney General held a press conference to put out a statement in a public domain concerning the former Director General of National Signal Bureau, Edu Brian, that investigation that they've done has pointed out that he's involved in alleged corrupt deals as a former Director General of National Signal Bureau. And as a result of that, he is under investigation. As we speak to you, he's in custody. The organized Yoko office is holding him, and Edu Brian has put out a statement alleging that those funds that he's been accused of embezzling or misappropriating, some of those funds were used to pay parliamentarians. Some were used to procure some communication gadgets for the opposition political parties. And we woke up to hear Reverend Ntim Fordjour, the ranking member for Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament, demanding accountability. And we would like to place it on record that the Bitter Truth is not against demand of accountability. The Bitter Truth is not against demanding accountability of people's stewardship. Under normal circumstances, we support Reverend Ntim Fordjour and whoever that may demand accountability, we will support same. But Reverend Ntim Fordjour's demand, we are seeing some hypocrisy in it, and thus is the reason we have a simple question for Ntim Fordjour. So today's presentation, we've decided to title today's presentation as a simple question to Hypocrite Reverend Ntim Fordjour, Ranking Member, Defense and Interior Committee. We have titled today's presentation as a simple question to Hypocrite Reverend Ntim Fordjour, the Ranking Member for Defense and Interior Committee. You may be asking, why are we referring to Reverend Ntim Fordjour as being hypocrites? We are referring to him as hypocrites in the sense that the publication or the statement that Ibrahim put out, one of the statements is Ibrahim is alleging that some payments were made to president's aides, and Ntim Fordjour is asking, says Ibrahim saga, Ntim Fordjour demands probe into 13.4 cedis allied payment to Muhammad's aid. This is what Reverend Ntim Fordjour is demanding. He is calling for a probe into what Ibrahim said, that they made payment of 13.4 Ghana cedis payment to Muhammad's aides, and Reverend Ntim Fordjour is calling for a probe into this. We once again want to place on record that the bitter truth, we support a call for a probe. We support anybody or anyone who will call for an investigation into Ibrahim's allegation or statement. We are all for it. But you see, where we are describing Ntim Fordjour, Reverend Ntim Fordjour, as being hypocrite, because he just did what? Choose and paid. There is another aspect where Ibrahim alleged that they made payments to some members of parliament. Listen, Ibrahim in his statement also alluded that they made payments to parliamentarians, especially those on Defense and Interior Committee. And if Reverend Ntim Fordjour is honest enough as a reverend, if Ntim Fordjour is not being hypocrites, if Ntim Fordjour really wanted us to know that he is a genuine man of God and he stands to defend his biblical principles, if Reverend Ntim Fordjour has credibility and has biblical principles, he should rather be calling for a probe into the amount that was paid to parliamentarians, and especially members, alleged payments to members of Defense and Interior Committee. Yes, when you look at the time that Ibrahim said the payment was made, Ntim Fordjour was not a ranking. But now that he is a ranking member for that committee, and once Ibrahim made allegation that they made payment to members of that committee, any honest man of God, Reverend Ntim Fordjour, any intelligent and honest politician, member of parliament, who want to be honest to the good people of Ghana, that person should have called for a probe into the allied payment that was made to the members of Defense and Interior Committee, as Ibrahim stated in his statement. But you see, Reverend Ntim Fordjour, as hypocrite as he is, as sycophant as he is, he decided to remain silent. He did not call for probe into the payment that Ibrahim said they made to members of Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament. Sabi, and this is where we are asking Ntim Fordjour, and we are describing him as hypocrites. Sabi, any sensible, honest member of Parliament, and most importantly, above all, being a reverend minister, being a man of God, we were expecting that he will be honorable, that he will hold biblical principles. He would have some biblical principle in his life. And if he is calling for a probe, he will not do choose and pick. He would have called for probe into all the allegations that Ibrahim is making against all those he mentioned in his statement. But Ntim Fordjour, as hypocrite as he is, as sycophant as he is, the usual politics, unreasonable politics, irresponsible politics, he decided to call for probe because Ibrahim said they made some payment to Muhammad's aid. And Ibrahim did not even mention the names of so-called Muhammad's aid. Sabi, Nyachum, Osofo John, Ntim Fordjour, all the Nigerian. I mean, some and no Korean, Yebisa. Ntim Fordjour, Sabio, so you are Badumba, no, you answer, no, or your sofa, Odzimuko, Manian Coupon, and the neutral summer, Okita, other Yasora. The Soka there, Obisa the Wagger Kishima. Yapada Yaka, Yebis Puno the day, the Korean. Obi biara wezo mananyim na obi bisa ikuntebu fini wananum yenyi dabi yipa ne yadwen yedzi yana yimdi yana hwadzen yedzi bata nature nche nkadza asofo Ntim Fordjour bise sabe nkonya sambod na mmombe de yenyi ne nyadwen na yenyim de owe nya twomnanan onu nyi de ose wonye hwehwem osande Ibrahim se weche sikebi zama John Mahama ni 8 na buafo bi owa Ibrahim ambo dam nipa konanu wonitin Ntim Fordjour bisa so wanye hwehwem iyo nkanya ban nyine ya adwen na you see nya twema oye sofo Ntim Fordjour all the neji na wa kire ni da minti no kwaro ni yes oye nya twem nyansa there are the crazy in you that all be saying on you then on you see Ibrahim and ya one kade which is kaze ama mahama na bafu binko ose which is kaze ama mbeshe bogofu binumulu so Ibrahim odi sumbo bo oye mahama na bafu binumulu which is kaze ama na nso wambo woni zinene dem Ibrahim konara so si weche sika dama aye embeche bogofu binum titi wona awowo Defense and Interior Committee abejoku a watwa gene bamba honsam wo mbeshe bogum na esi aye hosam anade nika sama owo Ntim Fordjour na asem bi sei nyi de dem abejoku a Ntim Fordjour sisiara Ame no ye gomtinenye abegechi di madam abejoku nene ono na Ibrahim si wetu sika ya mane momba bilum enyo ya beka de bla ka de wetu de sika ne na sofo Ntim Fordjour enyo no ye gomtinenye abegechi di madam kunene na nso pempe ya reka say Ntim Fordjour oye dem abejoku nene gomtinenye na abegechi Sabio oye sofo nanka no koyin za yedike ati efini wode so the crazy war suffer Ntim Fordjour na sem bi so bi sa twehwemo so wo ye ne nkasa bio enyanya atwem ene nyim nyansa oporo de crazy zima omani Ghana ntwehwema aso wo ye ne onka de wenye twehwemu emfa sika wotua ma ewa mahama na aboafo nche no kwarin za yananye da kwana yapede yetsinyi be nche owa Ntim Fordjour oye nyanseni no ye nyamesum ni yosofo ne bible okita be twa konko okita na ozo ya so ojime nyankopon ne nyim na nyankopon na ne no oya so no pebe ni kwa ma ne twa konko ozini kwa ma ne nyankopon ozini kwa ma na so ozini kwa ma man Ghana na sabi no ya badwumbe nye nyansa no ya no kolofo a no kwarin nan kanyene ne da kwanin ka sabi nche onka da twetwema eni sofo Ntim Fordjour na me ya behye begonyi na me ye abajoku a owo behye begom wo twege na bambo ho sam ne gomtine nya abejechi na obi abaka asamdi atonye no de we tue sika da madama abajoku no mo babi ni ma eni sofo Ntim Fordjour muzikan mekade abani ya hwehwemu fada eku sika na so wetua ameku no mba na wonu so a wokan wa bo honi zemi won fa won so kan wo na so na mde Ntim Fordjour ya nyaatwum aye nyaatwum no nyi nyansa aye kopion pede zimi kwaze ma oman na mecho konko kitenenene aso wa ye hwehwemu fa sika wo so wetua ma oye Muhammad na aboafo na za wotua ma mbehye begofo nenene oye edu wa himsi wetua da ma mbehye begofo abajoku a watwa yene bambo ho nsem wo behye begomenene sabe ono Ntim Fordjour wante ono sofo Ntim Fordjour we hu ankankan ehunya twema awo no ho nene ono yi opade Ghana fo ya gitumde oye nyanseni oye no kofo behye begonyi zima omani Ghana nya twemnene onjai kada jumezi a rekwenene oye no kwarin penyifo se no kwayen meka yakana wana baka yente ino oya edubahin asema okanene ne fabini bua akada wechi sika man ose edubahin memo claims National Signal Bureau spent 960,000 cedis on Parliament 2020-21 Defense and Interior Committee to facilitate passage of National Signals Bureau Act 2020. Yebisa Ntim Fordjour suffer the ranking member for Defense and Interior Committee and Yidara the Edubai statement already ana wehu ana ohuni wati ana onte yere kan yo na yebisa Ntim Fordjour oya sofo nya twumunene onte so ohuni ya ombo ni nwa no kan so onte ya ombo na so nte ase Edubai memo claims National Signal Bureau spent 960,000 cedis on Parliament 2020-21 Defense and Interior Committee to facilitate passage of National Signal Bureau Act 2020. Now, in the year Ntim Fordjour de sabe ote ana wante wehu ana wehu nya twemno Ntim Fordjour jai onyanya misum subana we de medino onyanya mese no calling in kayabata wechiro. If your call had been across board, we would have applauded your call and supported that. Yes, it is very necessary and important that we demand accountability of people's stewardship to the states. So if you are calling for a probe into Ntim Fordjour demands probe into 13.4 million cedis I like payment to Muhammad's 18. We wouldn't have had any problem with you. We would have supported you. But if you make this call, leaving the same alike payment that Edubai said they made to members of Defense and Select Committee for 2020-21, if you remain silent, and most especially at the time that you are a ranking member for that same committee, Defense and Interior, then you are being useless. You are being hypocrites. You are being I don't know how to describe you. Truth is bitter. Take it or leave it. We are describing you as hypocrites and sycophants. You're ungrateful man of God. You're not being honest. Let your come cut across board. At least you'd have been wise and sensible enough, intelligent enough, and honest enough to have even called for a probe into the Defense and the Interior Committee payment that Ibrahim made accession to. That should have been your first call. Then you will add the others. Then would have been clapping for you. You are a hypocrite. And this is the reason we have captioned today's presentation as a simple question to hypocrites, Reverend Ntim Fordjour. You are hypocrites. At least have biblical principle. Sabi, have biblical principle. And thus is the bitter truth. Take it or leave it. This is our mind. You see, the sad aspect of it that this is not the first time. From PC appeal for Rabido, Kufuor's era, Abibia, if certain bills ought to be passed in bill, they keep on. It keeps coming that we have made some payments to parliamentary to facilitate the passage of the acts. I think that the speaker must also be responsible enough. They must look into these matters. Day in, day out, it's becoming too many. Anytime that parliamentarians ought to play their constitutional role, it keeps coming that we have made payments to facilitate certain passage of bills. Sabi, parliamentarians, are they happy when these issues keep coming about them? We are calling on the speaker, Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Babe, to be up and deal. Since the first time, let's say, PC appeal for me, the former member of parliament for Sukuma Babimbrapa, in the case of the sales of Vodafone, Nusu Okede was the security man to facilitate it. This issue keeps coming. Nancy Yating, Ora Pia Kubi, was sorry, Wakade went to Kanoferata. No, say someone, a businessman, made attempts to bribe parliamentarians. We keep hearing this, and it is a disgrace about Ghana's parliament in the eyes of the international community. So let the speaker rise and act on some of these things before it gets out of hand. As a citizens of this country, it becomes what? A disgrace. It's shameful to hear that our parliamentarians, if they have to play their constitutional responsibility role, why should they be motivated? If a teacher in a classroom is supposed to do his work, who is motivating the teacher, paying some incentives to him? The unfamiliar Juma. Doctors about control be one of those come and answer. And a bibia, the same go for a Juma said, they in the Ayabatin also. Also, there, Yama one is Sikebi, Yadisha one TPR. Other vetting committee, you know what say? They ought to be giving what? Some allowances to motivate them. Why? Meaning now, but see, no, or the number they are out there, Katasha, in the private. It does not speak well about Ghana's parliament. We are pleading with the speaker, the leadership of parliament. They should be responsible enough and to look at some of these things, because It doesn't speak well about Ghana's parliament. The respect that we ought to give to parliament, and when these issues keeps coming up, of a one Sabe, Amma, Bini needs us a bishop of the phone and another at all. Kaida Jumaza can or the calling. This is the bitter truth. If today is the first time you are watching this show on Ghanaba News YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to it. We have humbly pleaded with you to subscribe to the channel. Feel free to share it. Click on the notification bell, and most importantly, let's hear your views. Drop them in the comment section. Let us listen to our lawyer Atachia, his lawyer. No statement okay. Just listen. Lawyer Atachia, Santa Clausian is telling us prosecuting Edu Brahim has national security implications. Atachia opens. Also, prosecuting Edu Brahim has national security implication. Until Lawyer Atachia sabi no so wani nyansa na ni nyimzimi Ghana for yan kwasiafo nti yenjan so ose yeni sika onam de our national implication owo asudi bi zema omane ba point ni yenjan mama ya fani court mama ya prosecuting iye nyansa sama owura Atachia so oyaka chanya Ghana for sabio the man be before sabi odo baby a wo wa de na won pete na wenyi nyansa Ghana funka fo na wa kane de sabio iti na so yananam yekofiri nyankopon o we fi de nyankopon obo bia nan odi niti odi man message se Lawyer Atachia him de onam de Edu se wodi ko court de we di na sama it has national implication in tenene. Yungan, is that what Lawyer Atachia is telling Ghanaians? And some doctor Nyasam now was a local court on which you some on it doesn't have national implication. So teacher ye and Nyasam was a local court on they want to move on court, no one can some on only national implication. Sabio, Sabi, in Lawyer Atachia, upper there, yeti. A Santa Claus with this one dear senior Santa Claus Sankancho ye is a new region Sabi Obiane Jumania Ni sensitive position no cozy in it. Only one no manager no oceanical because when you there they occupies a sensitive position. Sabi this statement that they are issuing, go and tell the Marines. Lawyer Atachia sabi the man say me yehu meeting na yehu nyansa yehu for sure o maniga na ebenye fim kai na jumezi ya ikenen oyo no kwa wiwene penyifu se the kwa jeren meka yakana monabaka the kwa yabaka truth indeed is bitter. It's like bitter pills. We want Lawyer Atachia to understand that every citizen's role in the governance of this country is very important. He should not tell us that prosecuting a big boy has national application. So, in inference, are you telling us that we should allow a big boy to go scot-free after all this alleged corrupt deals in it? Sabi, we cannot take this from you. If a medical doctor in discharge of his duty, if he gets himself involved in any corrupt deals, can face the loss of the land, and that one here, the state can do that. You do not see any national applications about it. If a teacher in a classroom violates the laws of the land, he can be prosecuted, and you do not see any national application about that. That one there, they should be able to prosecute them. But a good guy, because of sensitive what national implications, security implications, That is the reason why the state recognizes the important position he occupies. And as a result of that, the remuneration, the incentives that he enjoyed those largesse based on the privileged position that he occupies. Look, your statement is a reckless and useless statement to us. Remember, the show you are watching is the bitter truth. Truth is bitter. Deed is like bitter pills. It must be swallowed when the need arises. Truth must be told. Thus is the Bitter Truth Show. Thank you for watching the show. May God bless you. We appreciate you using your data to watch the show. Kindly subscribe to Ghanaba News YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell. Feel free to share it. Most importantly, let's get interactive. Let's hear from you. Drop your views and comments in the comment section for us. Thank you. Stay blessed. May God watch over you. May He take you out of any trouble. So, we come your way with another unadulterated Bitter Truth Show. We say goodbye.